Let's just shuffle.
Skip.
Skip. That used to be me. Now, I'm on the mission to create the perfect shuffle, where every song in the library is less than 50% skippable. What's up? I'm Trent Windsor. We're here in search of the perfect shuffle. It's time for another segment of clearing out the archives where I shuffle my music, and whichever album pops up, that is the album I review song by song. Last time we shuffled our music, and the album that popped up was A Fever You Can't Sweat Out by Panic at the Disco. Panic at the Disco has been through a lot over the years. Different sounds, different fashions, they even lost all but one of their band members. Lots of changes. But before all the madness, before all the changes, back at the beginning of their careers, Panic at the Disco was just an indie emo band that wanted to know if we had ever heard of closing the gosh dang door. So what was so special about their debut album that made it go triple platinum in just 2 years? Let's find out as I review it song by song. Before we go any further, make sure to click that like button and subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a bunch, and it's 100% free, so, what are you waiting for? Just right off the bat, I'm going to let you know there's a song called Introduction, and there's also a song called Intermission. Don't really have any comments about these, they don't really get a score. Song number 2, because song number 1 was intro. Song number 2 is called The Only Difference Between Martyrdom and Suicide is Press Coverage. These boys love their long song titles. This feels like classic emo of the time. The biggest problem I have with this song is that they throw in a little electronic bridge in the middle. Oh, I spit. And it's very lame. Feels like it was made on GarageBand. Just the synthesizers themselves sound awful. But this first half of the album, for some reason, they have an electronic element to every single song. It's catchy otherwise, though. The lyrics are interesting, even though I'm not exactly sure what they mean. You'd think I'd do my research. This one I would say is 40% skippable. Song number 3 is called London Beckon Songs About Money, written by machines. The electronic element is more present in this song, and like I said before, it's gonna be there for the first half of the album. This song, I feel like, is the beginning of the trend on this album of referencing sex in order to sound risque or taboo, but it kind of just feels immature. It's the kind of vibe that you get from grade schoolers telling each other dirty jokes. I would have to say this song is 65% skippable. Song number 4 is called Nails for Breakfast, Tacks for Snacks. Here we have a full electronic transformation, which, I guess you gotta admire the commitment to a sound, whereas the past few songs have felt kind of split. There's a lot of strange repetition and these disjointed tangents. This one has a very strong nostalgic element for me, and for all that I have said negatively about it, the commitment to the one sound is refreshing. So I would have to say that it's 45% skippable. Song number 5 is called Camasado. It actually feels a lot like a Fall Out Boy song, except for the electronic parts, of course. Although, new Fall Out Boy, lots of electronic elements in that. They do this cool switch between major and minor chords throughout the song, which keeps it really fresh, adds a lot of depth to it. This is a song that actually feels cohesive, and it's pretty catchy. So I would say this one is 35% skippable. Song number 6 is called Time to Dance, and at this point, the electronic elements almost feel like DDR, stock electronic music. One weird nitpick that I have about this song is that there's just a strange distribution of syllables. He really stretches out the word op in photo op. I don't know why that bugs me so much, but it makes the song feel clumsy. So I'd have to say this one is 60% skippable. Song number 7 is called Lying is the Most Fun a Girl Can Have Without Taking Her Clothes Off. Once again, it's like, whoa, sex, whoa, great. crazy. I said the sex word. Aren't I so edgy? There's a lot of things that I really dislike about this song. The first one is that they use the term testosterone boys. The term testosterone boys just feels like such a fake middle school feminist term. It's like they spread their legs on the bus because of testosterone. There's also this part where he's saying, let's get their teen hearts beating faster, faster. Ooh, hate that. Hate that. Every little faster, faster. Just this little knife in my heart. Ooh, I hate it. This song is not good. I'm sorry. You might have liked it in middle school. It's 80% skippable. Song number 9 is called But It's Better If You Do. This is the start of the second half of the album where we get a totally different sound. Instead of sounding like an emo kid with an electric keyboard and access to GarageBand, it sounds a little bit more like Demented Circus type stuff. You know, it's got accordions, some cruddy pianos that I guess are meant to sound spooky and interesting because they're probably old and out of tune. You know, a little organ thrown in there. Once again, these lyrics are just cringe, man. And of course, he talks about how the persona is praying for love in a lap dance and pain in naivety. I hate it. I hate it. It's such fake intellectual caca. Sucks. I'd have to say this one is also 80% skippable. Song number 10 is called I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. It's a classic amongst anybody who's my age. And I will have to say, this is where the stretch of really good songs comes in. You know, we've been hit or miss up to this point, but this is, I think, where the legendary status was earned. In this song, the circus thing isn't too in your face. It's used tastefully, although in the music video, it's... I mean, just look at this guy. I would have to say this is the chorus heard around the world. Nobody has not heard this chorus. Whether you love it or hate it, you've heard it. I think it's pretty fun and catchy. Somehow, they use all the elements of their sound up to this point in a perfectly balanced way, which has been the struggle so far. So this song, I would say, is 25% skippable. Song number 11 is called I Constantly Thank God for Esteban, and I can't say that they're alone. I personally also constantly am just praying, thank you, Lord, for Esteban. It's got this kind of Spanish guitar feel, you know, some castanets. That little wheel with the beads on it, or they go At this point, they might as well call it Hispanic at the disco. Am I right? Jokes aside, I think this song is really dynamic, which I very much enjoy. It's refreshing. And it's also theatrical without being cringy, which is really nice. A nice change. I would say that it's 30% skippable. Song number 12 is called There's a Good Reason These Tables Are Numbered, Honey. You just haven't thought of it yet. That definitely exceeds the word limit, right? Here we're back to like the vaudeville pianos, but this time with some very stylish horns. Once again, maybe I've got nostalgia goggles on, but I really love this one, and I think they use their sound in an interesting and unique way. So I'd have to say this one is 30% skippable. Song number 13, last song on the album, is called Build God Then We'll Talk. This song has a lot of very over-the-top theatrics. It's the most American Horror Story freak show song of the whole album. It does have a very cool interpolation of the song Favorite Things from The Sound of Music. Kind of puts it into more dingy light, which is okay. Once again, you know, sex, ooh, it's a little frantic, it's a little scattered. It does throw a little bit of that sex as a taboo theme into it, but it's very, very dynamic, and I always have fun listening to it. The music video is freaking weird. This is a good song, 35% skippable. Alright, mathematically, adding everything up, this album as a whole is 48% skippable. Panic at the Disco is a band that has done a lot of things that I really love. Even in this early stage, you can see the beginnings of a unique and talented group of individuals. Honestly, a genuinely good band. This is just the start, right? The beginning, the jumping off point for what would be a very successful career. Once he removed those nostalgia goggles, though, many of these songs just haven't aged well. Let's shuffle our music and see which album I'll be reviewing next. Alright, we're just going to go into our music library here, go into albums and hit shuffle. Alright, looks like the next album I'll be reviewing is Chromatica by Lady Gaga. If you like what I'm doing here, please go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, man. Leave a comment, let me know what you think about Panic at the Disco, both then and now. I'd love to hear some comparisons. I also would love to hear your thoughts on this album specifically. I believe that all musical opinions are valid, and I would love to hear yours. I will leave links in the description below for music videos for this album, my podcast, Everyone's Older Brother, where I go over the entire career of a well-known musical artist in 30 minutes or less. I will leave links to my playlist for Best of 2020, as well as my playlist for Best of 2021, which is a playlist that I'm updating all the time. I'm Trent Windsor, and this is The Perfect Shuffle.